Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. They'll try and get it with Geis. And Geis is going to be stopped short, as he did not get the push he needed. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready? 70, Indy.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Sometimes you get just a little over-eager defensively when you've got people backed up, because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or at worst, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually used their aggressiveness against them on that one and hit them big.
Absolutely. Had him pinned on the 2. Not anymore. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded just inside the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins, he gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, this is Geis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On play action, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Off the play fake, here's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. The Bengals drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now back to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Geis with a carry on second down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Hey! Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch twist.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a first and 10 from the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
Just like that.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Here's second and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Hey, box truck. 51 to Mike, 51. Mike 51.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right. He's tied right here. He's tied on the right.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This is Geis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's pick it up. It's out. Let's get up. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Evans gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Mark 55. Hey, let's get in that holes. Shit. He's coming. We got double up.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Bengals drive about to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it?
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. On the ground, it's Geis. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
152 fighter. Hey, high 7. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go. Get it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go. Here we go. Mike.
He'll look to throw, and he's going to go down again. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch the edge. Go. Use you. It comes to me. It's me.
Play action. Haskins. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Nelson Aguilar. An even 90 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Look at me. Zipper.
Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, tight.
Snap.
He'll look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Check 55. Goodbye. Here it comes.
Ready.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. I'm here all day.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
56. Mike's 56. Quit talking about it.
Get it.
They'll set up to throw. Going deep downfield and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
15 line. 15 line.
You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Again, it's Mixon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Slam, slam, slam. Watch twist.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Haskins being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Geis, they'll try to run it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. On 2nd and goal, Haskins got a man, that's Quinn. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check.
They run with Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. Come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
He's not going to get me.
2nd and 1. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
General West. Hey, Zoo.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Mike 55.
Ready?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Go now. 60 outlaw.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
51. Check, go.
Back to throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mark 55, Mark 55. Silver.
2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.